Hi everyone, and welcome to another video by Happy Place Creations. And today I thought I would do a diamond painting with you. And I got a small one so that you could see in frame what I'm going to be doing. And with a diamond painting, it comes with a diamond painting sheet, a sorting tray, some rhinestones, some silicone clay, and a diamond painting pen, and it comes with an instruction sheet, and that I'm all about to show you. Now this is how your rhinestones will come, and they're all pre-numbered. The colors are numbered, and it comes with a tray, and this is your clay, silicone clay. This is your sorting tray. And this is the pen it comes with. It's just a cheapy little pen. So I will be using my pen for the demonstration. And then it comes with an instruction sheet, which tells you that you need to put the color corresponding the numbers. And as you can tell by the instruction sheet, the one I have chose to do, and it's that. And here it is. Sorry for the lighting, it's kind of glaring. And what it is you pull off the protective sheet, which causes our board to become sticky so that the rhinestones will stick to it. So I'm going to do a few with you to show you how the process works, and then I'm going to fast forward through it. And then once we're done with it, then we're going to put this in a setting, and then we're going to put resin over the top to seal it in. So I'm going to show you how you can preserve your diamonds paintings. So let's begin. So the first number I want to start with, and you can start with any number that you want. It doesn't have to be a certain one. And I really like to start at the top. That way I'm not rubbing against my rhinestones at the bottom. So I think I'm going to start with number 1. So what you need to do, sorry, I need to get myself a holding tray. I shall be right back. Alrighty, I just grabbed some little cups, because once you open them, there's no shutting them. So I am just going to open number 1. And then I'm going to dump it in the little tray. Didn't cut it enough. Just don't want to get into the next number. There we go. Then when I'm done with this, I will dump it in a cup. And these are very tiny, as you can tell. And then all this does is there's little grooves in the bottom of it. I should have showed you that at the beginning. It has little grooves in the bottom, so when you shake it, it turns them the right way. Because you want to have your rhinestones with the flat side down. And what this does is it takes the point into the pen. So let me see. Not gonna work for me today. Let's try the one that came with it. It's the same thing. mine has a little thing where I can see, where I can mix them around, and it's easier to pick them up. But I am going to get out my other pencil. This one, which I had showed you in previous videos. And then that just picks it right up. It's got like a rubber on the end of it. So I'm going to do a few with you, and then I'm going to fast forward through the process, because this can take a while. See, that just sticks right on there, because this is sticky. You want to make sure you put one of these on every one of the spots that say 1. If you can see that, I did this group right here. Let me tip it a little bit. And you can see I did that group right there. And sometimes they're very close together, sometimes they're not. I was going to show you one that I already had finished, how to put it in resin to seal it in, but I didn't think that would be fair. So I decided to buy a little one that we could do together, and then I will show you how I seal them, and I give them as gifts. Or I sell them in my eBay store. Mainly I give them as gifts. So this is all I'm going to be doing, is just putting a rhinestone on each place where it has a 1. And when I don't have any more rhinestones face up, I just shake my container and it brings them to the flat part down so that I can grab one and keep on going. So this is all I'm going to be doing until this has filled up. But you get to watch the process, but on fast forward. And then you get to watch the picture come to life. This is just going to be a short little video to show people that diamond painting is nothing to be afraid of. It can be relaxing. It can be gratifying when it's complete. They sell these right at the Dollar Tree. If you want to give it a whirl, That's where I actually got this one. Just so we can do a demonstration. So I am going to begin to fast forward now, because I'm sure you're probably tired of watching me put little rhinestones on a number. It's kind of like color by number, except you're doing rhinestones by number. Just take the corresponding rhinestones to the number and then put it on the card. Alrighty, I am going to start fast forwarding now. Well, here it is, all finished. Sorry about the lighting. There we go. And there it is. Now, how did you like that fast forward, watching that come to life? They're very relaxing to do. They are time consuming, but they are very relaxing to do. Now I'm going to show you how we can seal these and to put them in a frame. Now you probably saw me a couple of times. I had to use some liquid fusion, and I didn't put the top on my bottle. I had to use some liquid fusion because I had a couple of spots where it wasn't sticking, and that's probably because I've caught my sleeve a few times and I took off the sticky. But you just need to put a little glue on it, and then it will stick right to it and it won't go nowhere. So now I'm going to clean this all up because we always have extras. I have some more extras in the back. So you can actually make your own and then use the extras to color in your own picture. So you don't have to buy one that's already pre-made. If you've already made quite a few and you have extras left, you can use them for your own drawings. And I probably will do this in some later video. But for right now, I'm just going to show you how to seal this in. And we're going to put it in a frame. And I'm going to show you how to decorate around it so that you could actually make one of these yourself and give it as a gift. So let me get cleaned up and I shall be right back. Alrighty, now we need to prep our frame. And I never even noticed the back of this frame had some digs in it. Let me show you. See, right here. So the frame is not perfect. I didn't even check the back. I was just worried about the front. But we have to prepare our frame for the resin. So I'm going to set this off to the side because I don't want it to get ruined. So we need to prepare around our frame. And I'm going to use the liquid fusion for that. But you can use any Elmer's glue or anything like that, but you've got to make sure it dries before you put any resin in. Just like I gotta wait for this to dry as well. So I'm just going to go around the edge. And then I'm also going to be putting tape on the back as a double security. Come on. I'm just waiting for my glue to come down into my needlepoint bottle here. This stuff dries really quick, so. And I didn't put the cover on. There we go. Coming out really slow. But I'm getting some. So when I put this backing on, just to make sure we have something so we can stand it up or hang it on a wall. No, I don't have black tape. All I have is blue and white. Although I have clear packing tape, I probably could use that. I mean, you could also use a hot glue gun to do this as well. Because this we won't be able to test with water to see if we have any leaks. you want to just push this right down. Now see, that is not even going to cover this glue. So I'm going to wiggle it around. So that at least each side got some glue. And then hopefully that's going to seal. Meanwhile, I'm going to put the top on my bottle so it doesn't dry out on me. I want to try to get it as even as possible before this does dry. And I'm just checking the front to make sure that I have this backing over the front. I probably could put a bead all the way around of this glue because it does dry clear. Or I could use my glue gun, which does dry clear as well. I'm just trying to not make this look, you know. Oops. Picked it up, put my finger right in it. This isn't sticking down right. Okay. So I am going to plug in my glue gun, let that warm up, and then I will be back. I have decided to use some UV resin. That way it's sealed and I know nothing's going to get underneath. Then I won't need to put any tape. So I am going to start with this short end first. Just going to squirt some UV resin down along the thing here. I'm going to pray it doesn't go to the other side. Just getting the bubbles out. Before I cure it. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just making sure we have it covered. And there we go. And then I'm just going to put the UV light on there for a second. And if the UV does go to the other side, it's not a problem, because we're going to be putting resin on that side anyway. But this is just going to give us a good seal, so we won't have a leak. I pray we won't have a leak. And then I'll just move on to the next side. So I am going to do all 4 sides like this, and when it's finished, I will return. Now I'm going to be printing out some wording that I want to have in the frame on my Cricut. But first I have to put the paper on my mat before I can put it in my Cricut. So I thought I would bring you along so that you can see how this process is done. Let me get this out of the way right now. We don't need that for the moment. First I need to stick down the bottom, and then I can move the top. Because you don't want any of these bumps in it when it's printing. So what I do when I have my scraps like this is I put the bottom one in, and then I pull the top one nice and tight. And then I use the roller to get all these bumps out, like so. And this is how you set up a Cricut mat for printing. And I chose this pretty glitter color. It's a light pink. I thought that would go with our picture very well. So I will bring you along on my print. I think I'll have to use my phone. But I shall show you how the process is on a Cricut. Alright, let's not stick into the transfer tape. So what we can use is masking tape. But you need to be careful because sometimes you can't see through the tape. Where I took that V off, I want to make sure that it's back lined up where I want it to be. before I put the tape on. And then we put the tape over it. And luckily, this type of masking tape, I can see through it. And then that will peel off our letters. And then that is ready to go. So then we need to bring over our frame. And I put a piece of masking tape over these holes, which is where it holds this back on. And then I have my backing piece of paper I want to put on the back. And now that has to be trimmed for the opening. So you need to mark where you want to have it cut. There. I need to find a flat edge to make sure I am lining this up correctly, or I need to find my other oh, there it is. My other measurer, so I can stay lined up with the paper but still find my mark. I need to back this up now. Find my mark. Whoops. Just inside that line. Then we want to mark our other side, staying even with the paper, finding our mark, which is right there. And again, you want to cut on the inside of that line. And then we want to fit it in place and see if there's any place we need to trim, which we shouldn't have to, but you never know. That should fit right in there. And like I said, you never know. So obviously this frame is not square. This frame is not square. Drop my thing, but that's all right because that means I have to go from this line to this line. And that is quite a difference. I'm sorry about the sniffling. I have a cold. It's part of working with the public. The volunteer work I do, I take people to appointments that can't make it otherwise. So I am among the public. And it is getting colder here in Maine. The nice days we had are gone. And again, I'm cutting just inside that line. And I'm going to try fitting it again and seeing if it's better. This side's out, this side's in. And we're in. Sorry about that. This is out a little bit here because this frame is not level. This is good, but the top is out. So I'm going to make that the bottom because this is where this is going to be. And then where our blessed is going to be on the top, like so. But I'm not ready for that yet. what do I want to do? Let me think about this for a moment and I will be right back with you. Now I have decided that I have this glitter that has all the colors that are in that diamond painting. So I thought I would put a little tiny border around with UV resin. And I'm trying to decide if I should put the resin. Yes, I'm going to put the resin in and then spread it around with my tool. Excuse me. Look at all those beautiful colors, which are the same that are in that diamond painting. Just want to dress it up a little bit. That's kind of thick. We want it a little bit runny. Not too runny, but we want it a little bit runny so that we can spread it. Oops, I don't want to get it on here before I need to. So I shall just set that to the side real quick so we can stir this in. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a whole border or if I'm just going to do the corners. I'll see how it comes out in the beginning and decide from there if I want to put it all the way around. Alright, now, this is actually the bottom. So, this is the top. The side knee is the top. Let's just try a corner. Let's see. Probably should have stuck that paper down. But it will stick after this. Now we will move to the next corner. That seems to be curing very well without dragging into the paper. Got something sinking into the paper there, but that's alright because we're putting resin right over the whole thing. I kind of like that little thing right there. That's why I didn't wipe it off. See how that came out? It's just enough to dress up the corner. Same thing on this side without getting on the frame. Note to self, don't dump it. Oops, I got it on the frame, but that's alright. It's UV resin, I can wipe it right off. This corner is going to be different from the other one. That's what's going to make it unique. I think I'm going to put this right on my shelf in my bedroom. See, I like that little thing there, but I'm just doing this to show you guys what you can do with your diamond paintings. So it doesn't matter to me if this is not perfect, because it's going to go right in my bedroom anyway, because these are actually the colors of my bedroom. Is pink. And my favorite color is blue. I'm just going to go right all the way across the top. And link this together. Just like that. Like I said, I like that little thing like that. There's one right there. One right there. So it kind of just looks like a icicle effect. Just gonna dress up an old frame. Well, it's not an old frame, I just bought it, but it looks like an old frame. With a new vine. Try to get them the same length. Just wipe this off before I cure it. Wipe this off before I cure it. Like so. Gotta make sure I put that out of the way. Oh, I just smudged it with my sleeve, I guarantee it. Guarantee it was my sleeve. It's soaking into the paper anyway. Remember, I can't cure it from the back. We gotta make sure we cure it good from the front. I have some colored UV resin that I'm going to get out. Or maybe not. I'm just thinking while I'm waiting for this to harden, to cure. Now this is what has come up so far. And this is the top. So this is what's going to be above our painting. Our painting is going down here. So let's see what I want to put down bottom. And that's why I was thinking of my colored UV resin. Make sure I keep room for my letters. Which I can still put on top of there if I needed to. Or I could put that right up to the top and put this on the bottom. I guess I have to decide before we put this all finalized this time. I like that, but I'd like to have it down here too. Just in the corner. Just to get it a little bit more mixed. Now this is the bottom. That's the top. I just want to pull it together by doing just a little bit in the corners. And I will cure them more later before I do the sealing of the paper. But this all has to be sealed before we can put on the resin. If not, we're going to have wet spots. Could have put it on the frame instead of in the picture, and that's an option too. Decorate the frame instead of right inside where the picture is. Alrighty, now that is enough for curing that stuff. Now we need to remove this and seal the paper. And I will simply use Mod Podge for that. And I will just simply use a paintbrush. And I should have gotten it out before, and I didn't. So let me get that, and I will be right back. I've decided to use my Tack It over and over instead of using the Mod Podge because this dries quicker. So I'm just going to put some on the paper. Hopefully that's not too much. And then I'm just going to use a brush and I'm going to spread it around. And it's alright if it gets on the glitter, because it dries clear anyway. My brush doesn't seem to want to work very well right now. It's on the frame, that's all right too. Like I said, it dries clear. You just don't want to push too hard, because that will pop your resin out on the back, and then your seal will be broken. But I will double check that before I check. before I put on the resin. So this is all I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat it, and as soon as it's dry, then I will be back. You don't have to watch me just put glue on a paper. Alrighty, excuse my voice. I am sick trying to finish this video, so please excuse my voice. But I have our resin all mixed up, and now I'm just going to pour it over our picture. As you can see, I've already placed the picture down, and I've already put the words in place because I had to seal all of this, and I wanted to stick this down while the glue was still wet and the lettering. So, and that didn't stick down very well now that I'm looking at it, but I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm just going to push it down, and what I used was tack it. So let's get our resin poured. I may ruin this, I don't know, but let's give it a try. Because I wanted to show you how to seal in your paintings. Normally I don't put it in a frame. I just seal the picture itself in the resin. So I'm going to give it a go. I only mixed up an ounce, hoping this is what's going to cover it all. And then I'm going to tip the painting to spread it. And there we go. Sorry I'm breathing so heavy. I cannot breathe. I don't feel good. But I wanted to get this video finished and get it out to you, no matter what the outcome. So let's see how we're doing here. Let's just do some little bit of spreading. I don't think I mixed up enough, but we're going to spread it out. And this is regular resin. This is not UV resin. Tip my pen and use it. I thought an ounce would be enough. Looks like it is going to be enough. Just want to make sure the painting is covered. We may have some bubbles come up. got to get it in every little avenue in between each one of these rhinestones. Just pulling it from the sides to make sure this gets covered. Oops, got my glove in it that time. And there we have it. Now the bottom is covered. All the rhinestones are covered. Just going to tip it a little bit. Just have a few open areas here where the resin didn't settle on the painting. Using my rubber tool to take out any bubbles might be in the painting. And I am looking at an angle so that I can see where there's air bubbles or an open pocket where there may be no resin. This is all I do until I know it's fully covered. And then I am going to let it dry naturally, not on a heat mat. And there we have it. So now when that is dry, I will come back and show you the final piece. However, there's not much of a reveal. It's just going to be covered in resin. Clean up my little mess. Of any place I might have got it on the... I don't see anywhere other than that one. There's a spot right there. Resin needs to fill. This is because the air bubbles are popping and there's no resin in there. So I'm going to watch this for a little while and then I will be back. Well, it's all done. Sorry about my voice, it's getting worse. But let me put this up a little bit. There we go. It's all done. It's all covered. It's nicely, just like as if there's a cover on it. This here is from when I was putting on the UV resin. It soaked into the paper because I didn't seal the paper first. But this is what we got. Now I will not be selling this. I'm going to hang this in my bedroom because this is the colors of my bedroom. So, but this is how you do it. I thank you for joining me for this video and putting up with my sickness. I hope everyone else is happy and healthy. I hope your crafts turn out amazing if you happen to be making any or if you happen to try this. It's very relaxing. Please do check out my eBay store that's linked in the description. I am a little bit behind on my listings due to being sick, but I am working my way back up. So you all have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next video.